So here's Shane, TM Autosports, Bemidji location, and we were just talking about what makes us better with our remote start install. What do you got, Shane, number 2?
Well, there's a couple of things to remember about remote starts, guys, and that's, we all talk about product quality, and of course we know TM Autosports carries the best on the market, CompuStar Pro, the innovator, the leader in the market, right? But there's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot that goes on under the dash that the customer doesn't really know about or even sees until there's a problem with the vehicle or their technician points it out or whatever the case may be. Come on in, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to pull this brain back out. I was just in the process of zip tying it back up another way, but a remote start brain like this one from CompuStar has many, many wires coming off. As you can tell, we've got this particular install requires these 3 plugs with, I don't know, 20 wires there, 18 wires there, 6 or 7 wires there. There's a lot of wires going on in the vehicle, right? There's a lot to the install, but that also means if it's not installed properly, it can cause harm to the vehicle, can cause problems for the consumer with battery condition and all kinds of stuff. So we like to try to make it as problem-free as possible. And I don't know how much of this you can see in the install, but there's virtually no chance that anything here, oh, I got a zip tie, I got a nip off back there. Virtually no chance anything in here is going to get snagged on the steering column, on somebody's foot. It's all neatly running along the factory wiring, secured very securely and tight. It's
easy to service if there's ever a problem with the programming or anything like that. Nothing's a mess. It's not in anyone's way. Say at the dealership, when the dealership has to go in there and do some other service or programming to the vehicle. So nice and neat and easy to remove.
Yeah, and I've even had dealerships call me and say, hey, number 2, we've got a customer's vehicle in here for some service. We want to unplug the remote start so it's not talking on the CAN bus system to service the vehicle. And I had one technician at the local Ford garage here call me up and say, I've been on this dash for 20 minutes. I can't even find it. Where do you usually put them? The install was done so neatly and clean that the Ford technician couldn't even tell where the remote start was. You know, that's the whole idea, is to make it clean not only for perfection, because we're perfectionists here at TM Autosports, but also easy to service, problem-free. If there is a problem at all, it's very easy to identify, but the failure rate is very low because of our install. So also, we offer a lifetime warranty on our labor, so don't forget that. That's why another good reason we need to make this perfect, because I don't want to be going back in your vehicle. I want it to be done the first time right, period. So just keep that in mind when you're shopping around for remote starts. It isn't just about what's the cheapest product out there or what's the, it's not just about the product, was my point. It's also about how good of the quality of the install inside the vehicle under the dash. If you're really curious and you had one done, a competitor of ours recently, crawl under your dash and just take a look. Crawl up under your dash and look up and see what it looks like.
Well, there you have it. So man had to get it off his chest, and there it was. So remote start's more than a price, and not all things are created equal. So